What's up, everybody? Welcome back to episode 15, the Envisions Podcast. Today we've got Kan. Kan's a personal trainer. You want to introduce yourself a little bit?
Hey, what's up? How everyone doing? Kan, born in Ivory Coast, raised in Providence. Currently a full-time personal trainer in Providence, Rhode Island. I've been training for about like 2 years now, just trying to scale my business to a different level. So just training all levels of fitness, that's really what I'm about. That's my passion currently. That's kind of like what I'm pursuing, is just like global at this point.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. I missed it. Where did you say you were born?
So I was born in Ivory Coast.
Where's that?
It's a French colonized country in Africa.
Oh,
Okay.
wow.
Yeah, so it's crazy because my mom's like Liberian.
Yeah.
This whole time I thought I was born in Liberia.
Oh,
So
wow.
it's two different countries, but like birth certificate, driver license, I was always putting Ivory Coast, Liberia, as if it was Boston, Massachusetts.
Oh,
Not knowing they're two different countries.
Okay.
yeah.
I'm talking about, like, I just found out like 2 months ago. That is just two different countries.
That's
Yeah, I kid you not. So I'm like, wait. So I'm not even fully like Liberian. I'm actually a whole nother thinking that I was full Liberian.
Yeah.
So yeah, my dad speaks French and all that. And I always wonder, like, why do you speak French? Like, weird. But now I know. Like, it's, yeah.
That's crazy. When did you move here?
So I was 1 year old when I came down
Okay.
there. So it wasn't, I can't even really, like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know much about it. But so basically born and raised in Providence.
Okay.
Straight in Providence, and then, yeah.
That's crazy. How if you don't mind me asking, how was the transition? Obviously for you it was fine, but how was the transition for your parents?
It was a little tough. The language barrier, obviously. It wasn't like super bad, but my mom still struggles with the language barrier here and there. So it was a little tough, but there's like a lot of like friends and family that actually migrated here because a lot of people left because of a war.
Yep.
There was a war going on down there, and a lot of people migrated to like America, and I don't know why, but Providence, Boston area. So we kind of like met up with family that was already here.
Okay.
And they kind of helped them around the ropes, kind of got them on their feet. So yeah, but I know it was like beginning stages was pretty tough, just kind of getting past that language barrier, trying to land like a decent job, and obviously provide for like 4 kids,
Yep.
me and my other siblings.
Okay, wow.
So I know they kind of like went through their share of like trials and tribulations.
Interesting. Yeah, I mean, I was interested in that because I also moved to America when I was 4. So
Okay.
like, I think my parents faced a lot of the similar struggles, but
Yeah.
like they had like family. Like the reason why we settled in like Gardner, Fisher, like the Massachusetts
Yeah.
area is like we had some family over here. So yeah, it definitely is really really good when you're going to like some place
Yeah.
new, and then like you have some people
Yeah,
that kind of help
definitely
you.
kind of show you the ropes and things, especially like this country likes to really take use of people, if you know what I'm saying. If
Yeah.
they could smell like this person don't know what they're doing.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
it's good to kind of have someone showing you the ropes, guiding you through the little twists and turns.
Right.
So like, as far as like origins, like where'd you go to high school? Like how did that all come to you? How'd you get into personal training as well?
So it's funny because I never really cared for training at all. Like that was never something I was
too.
like, I'm gonna be a trainer when I grow up.
Yeah.
I mean, there are some people that really been wanting that.
Yeah.
But I've been playing sports. So no, I'm not even gonna say sports. Been playing basketball. I
Yep.
was strictly like basketball. So growing up, I played not all levels, but starting at 8th grade, I started hooping. And then up till high school, I went to high school, Central High School in Providence.
Okay.
So 9th grade, middle sophomore year, I made the move to go to school in PA.
Okay.
And it was a dope school out there, Carlisle, Pennsylvania, small town. I'm talking about like 1 Wendy's, 1 Walmart, like it was like tiny. So
Sounds like Gardner.
yeah, it wasn't much to do. So it was
Yeah.
like everybody knows everybody. Like it was,
Private school?
not private school.
Okay, public school.
But like everyone like showed love. I was kind of like nervous because obviously middle of the semester. So I'm like, damn, what do you know? Like whole middle semester, I don't know nobody in here. It's about to be weird.
Yeah.
Everyone showed love. So I went out there and rest of like 3.5 years was strictly NPA. So just playing ball, just kind of like trying to pursue basketball for real. And right after that, they kind of helped me academically, especially because they were a little bit more above my current high school, which I wasn't
Yep.
doing too well in because obviously friends, distractions.
Yeah.
And another reason I was like, I needed like a separate just to kind of like lock in academically, lock in football. So I kind of
Yep.
just like needed that like isolation, and it helped because they pushed me academically. And right after that, I went straight to New York, to Monroe College in Rochester. Was out there, and 2 years, that's when I kind of like fell in love with training. Because when I went out there, I know the coach was like, he looked at me up and down. He's like, nah, weight room. Like I was tiny.
Really?
I was tiny. But like a lot of people, they're like, they want to like either gain weight or lose weight. I was kind of like, I was just wanting to hoop. I didn't think I was that small. I didn't care too much about like.
That's funny. That's how I feel.
Yeah, like I was happy with
Like,
myself.
that's
But
funny.
when he kind of like shined light on it, I was like, damn, like. And then I seen obviously guys at that level was like, had some size on them. So I'm like, why I am small. Like, I never
Yeah.
really thought of it. So I was like, all right. So kind of like started lifting a lot, like straight off the bat, like 5 times a week, 5 times a day. 5 times a day, 5 times a week. And I was like, just getting into it, like starting to like it a little bit more. And I'm like, not even paying attention. The thing is crazy because I wasn't even, like I said, I wasn't worried about the growth. I actually just enjoyed lifting. Like I could care less like how big or how fast I was growing, just kind of like getting stronger. I was just trying to get stronger. And I started picking up some size. So it was then people in college was like always seeing me and they're like, yo, let me train with you. Let me work out with you.
Yeah.
Started like that. People just always trying to work out with me. And I'm like, I'm not a trainer, but you can do what I'm doing if you want.
Yep.
Then girls started asking, let me work out with you. Let me come in there. I'm like, damn, like, what's going on? Like, everyone's trying to train with me. Like, I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm just here trying to move weight. So people was just like, yo, you should be a trainer, bro. You should be a trainer. And I'm like, nah, I ain't no trainer. Like, I don't want to teach nobody. I don't think I even got patience to be a trainer. Kept denying it, like, all college. And I was like, this, like, the major, I didn't even have a major at the time. It was kind of like general. So I was like, all right, I need to find a major. And I was like, well, everyone's saying I should be a trainer. Let me look in the exercise science route or like something around there. So I started studying exercise science and human anatomy and just learning more about the human body. And that's kind of how it picked up. Once I started really learning, I was like, oh snap, like this is dope. Like just like, it's different when you're strong and you can move weight to when you're intentionally knowing what you're doing and you actually know how to teach it. So it's like, no matter how strong you are, doesn't mean you're the greatest teacher. But it's like the knowledge. So when I started gaining the knowledge, I was like, oh, I can actually do this. Like now I can actually project what people want me to do.
Yeah, and I'm sure
So,
it's. Oh, sorry, I
No,
didn't
you're
cut
good.
you off. I'm sure it's satisfying, like helping other people out too.
Yeah, like I said, I wasn't trying to like mislead nobody. So I was kind of
Right.
just like on the fence about it. 'Cause
Right.
people were like, let me train with you, let me train with you. I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. But if you want to join, like, by all means, be my guest. So when I finally learned, then I was like, okay, I can actually guide these people. Like,
Right, yeah.
Different goals, different, you know what I'm saying, physiques. So it's like, now I can actually like, oh, no, do this instead. And that's when it was like, yeah, I want to do something with this. So my internship for that summer, the class actually, it was required. You had to like get an internship and you had to do like 60 hours or something like that.
Oh, damn.
So I was like, all right. I just reached out to a bunch of like physical therapy places because I didn't really know how to like go about the gym setting, private gyms and all that.
Right,
If they even do that. So I just like, let me go physical therapy route, something around the body still.
Yeah, right.
And lucky maybe I started internship at Popeye's physical therapy, and across like, not even across, like the next door over, there was a gym. I'm like, what's the odds of that? Like legit, like I'm talking about you just open the door and it's like there's a gym, like physical therapy and then a gym. So I stepped in and I was like, dang, like seeing like someone in the field that I'm trying to pursue in now, it's just like watching, observing. And I'm like, I could do this. Like
Yeah, right.
everything they doing, it's like I know this. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I was already doing it, not intentionally.
Yeah.
So it was just like seeing it made me kind of motivated. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I could do this. Like
Yeah,
I
I
could
mean,
really
it's-
do this.
Yeah, it's just more info that you get and the research that you do.
Yeah,
about
for
it,
sure.
And you get more experience with it over time.
Yeah. So real quick, going back, when did you make the switch from basketball to personal training?
So COVID hit. Hit and hoop was done. Like season was done for a lot of people.
Yeah.
And that was like, for like a couple months, I'm just like at home, like, yo, what am I gonna do with my life? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
like not to even say like I was at that level to the point where it's like I could do like hella leagues or anything like that. So it was kind of like not saying like I let go of my dream, but another passion and a more like realistic one as far as like my situation. It's like I can achieve this a little faster than like trying to go pro.
Yeah.
Go pro. Yeah.
So kind of like, and at the time, I need money. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I'm not a gambler, so I'm not playing for bread or nothing like that. So I was like, all right, I need to do something with at least the education I'm getting.
Yeah.
So that's kind of when I didn't give up on ball, but I started pursuing another passion, and that passion kind of consumed ball.
Okay.
So like it kind of consumed and took all my time, and I was like, ball was just slowly fading away as like adulthood started kicking in, bills started kicking in, and I'm just like, next thing I know, my passion that I was like so fixed on was like second, like in the back seat.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, I mean, fitness is taking off. You know what I'm saying? COVID's hitting, so no one's still hooping.
Yeah.
Like at this point, like now they're starting to talk about the dome and all this. I'm like, man, this is like, I don't know where this is going.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just focus on what I can do now. So that's kind of when the switch kind of kicked in. It wasn't really like a switch. It was more of like it slowly started consuming basketball and depressing basketball lower and lower. And my drive to hoop was like lower and lower. So I was like, I mean, like, you know what I'm saying? I might not be able to like get where I wanted to go, but I can teach the next generation, at least give them that. You know what I'm saying? Some people are gifted, so it's like they might have talents that I just didn't have. So it's like at least I can pass on the little bit of knowledge I had. So that's kind of like where the training and the coaching came into play.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So like right now for training, are you doing like more so for like weightlifting or like more so like athletic, like dynamic training almost?
So currently, like right now, all levels, all different, all like powerlifting, CrossFit, standard bodybuilding, weightlifting, just all around health and well fitness. I kind of like one thing I like to do is experience it myself before I really like teach it, because I still want to understand like the mechanics and just like how the body the body feels under. Obviously everyone's different level of fitness, but still understanding like how it affects your body. So I did all that. I had a phase of CrossFit, like literal coach. Had a phase of powerlifting, like I'm talking about strength shot out the roof. I'm currently bodybuilding, you know what I'm saying, about to go in prep in April 1st. So experience all that, like the highs, the lows, the fatigue, the stress. So it's like it's easier to relate when I teach it, because it's like I understand what you're feeling. It's one thing to have knowledge, but it's also another to have experience.
Right. Yeah.
So it's like knowledge is definitely key, but experience can definitely take it to another level.
Yeah.
As far as that, so that I kind of went through all those phases during my journey, and so I kind of had it under my belt. Now I'm not like a guru in individuals, but I have enough base knowledge and enough like history on it, as far as like resumes on like check this, I did it. This
Right,
did it.
exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like I did it. So it's like I definitely know exactly like how to guide someone, and they can either run with it and go to like a bigger scale, a bigger level of it.
Yeah.
But it's just knowing how to start them off.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, that's the toughest part.
Yeah, especially like because injuries, people come from so many different backgrounds where it's like you have to work around. So that's definitely the hardest part, is like getting a client that's like, I got bit by a dog, I broke my wrist or my ankle. Like working around so many different injuries is the hardest part of my business, because like now their body is like in my, you know what I'm saying, in my care. So it's like I can either make or break them. And I'm not trying to get sued, so. I'm not, that's not the goal.
How many clients do you have like currently?
Roughly 30.
Okay, wow.
Yeah, roughly around 30 clients.
What does that look like weekly? Are you doing all their schedules? Are you in the gym with them?
I wish, bro. I wake up and I learn my schedule. I'm that type of, I'm like full time, and I'm just like, man, book me. You know what I'm saying? I'll be there.
Yeah.
So I wake up and I know my schedule. So like my busy days, I'm looking at 14, 15 people in a day.
Wow.
Yeah. So
That's like what, 1 hour sessions, 2
1
hours?
hour sessions.
Okay.
So I'm 14, 15 hours. And then I got people talking about, I hate this 8 hour job. I'm like, damn, I miss someone to help with the 8-hour job. I'm in here 15, 14 hours of just like solitude. I feel like I'm in jail sometimes. I see the sun come up and I see the sun go down, like in the walls of the gym.
Yeah.
So it's sometimes it gets really mentally straining. But then like my low days, like a low day for me is 8 clients.
Okay.
And so some businesses that's good.
Yeah.
Now
No,
some
that's really
people
good.
might say like I'm probably undermarketing myself or like undervaluing myself. But I feel like at the same time, like I do this because I love it. But obviously I know the lifestyle I be on. But I try to be reasonable with my rates and just like afford working with people, you know what I'm saying? I know a lot of like gyms that are strictly money. I came from a gym that I knew it was just money, selling dreams basically. Like, yeah, I'll get you 30 pounds, we can do that.
Yeah.
Just pay. And it's over. And like they kind of just leave you in the dust or they throw you at me. And
Yeah.
it's like now I'm supposed to do what they promised, but it's just another guy behind the desk promising dreams. And then I'm getting hit with oh, but I was told that I can lose 30 pounds in just a matter of 2 months. I'm like, I don't know who told you that. But like, I'm just like, you gotta go back to the messenger because I'm just here to like give you realistic like results and like information. So kind of seeing like a money hungry company, corporate, and just not trying to bring that with my own personal business.
Right.
So being straight front, like being realistic, and just like understanding that I still want to make this affordable for people that just trying to be better, just be healthier.
Yeah. 100%.
So yeah, that's probably why my day is like super busy compared to other people's rates, but I still get by.
Okay. Wow.
No, that's awesome.
14, 15-hour days is crazy.
Yeah, it's not fun.
So then, like, what? Like, you're in there from like 6 a.m. to like
Probably even
8
earlier.
p.m., 9 p.m.
Yeah, 7, 8. Cause some sessions are doubles.
Okay.
So like, some sessions are doubles, so it might be 14 because I got 2 girls in 1 hour. You know what I'm saying? So like, that's kind of how it works sometimes as well. So realistically, the 14 will be like 13 or 12 hours because there might be 2 or 1 doubles. Not a lot though, but there might be 1 or 2 doubles here and there.
Yeah.
So
That's dope.
And you do your own workouts too?
Like
to?
me?
Yeah.
Yeah, try to, bro. Like, but like I'm the type that's like I hate excuses. I feel like for every excuse I gotta find a why.
Yep.
I hate excuses.
Us too.
I hate giving myself excuses. So like sometimes you'll see me in the gym at 11 at night, training myself just because I ain't had time to like, you know what I'm saying, get it in with clients.
Yeah.
And I don't feel the best because I'm sleep deprived, but just kind of in that mindset of like any excuse is a reason to do it.
Yeah. I mean, even like a quick 20 minutes. Like,
It's something.
You know?
You know what I'm saying? It's better than me just like laying in bed and regretting not going or thinking like I could have went.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So yeah, I try to do whatever I
Yeah.
can.
I think that's something too that like when you're in like a personal when you're working with clients,
Yeah.
you have to be on your best like look because like how you look, that's how much you're gonna get paid because they
Right,
want to
right.
look like you. Like that's like with us for clothes. Like when we're selling clothes to somebody, if we're not bringing you a high quality product, you're not gonna want to pay for it. You know what I mean? So it's like I think that's something that we face a lot too. It's just like working with other people and making sure that their designs are top tier and like their clothing's gonna come out the best. But we also have to do it in a sense of like, hey, we're gonna we have to make a certain amount of like this. Like we have to make sure that our designs are top tier and that we're still good. So then that way people still are willing to pay the premium when they want to work with us.
It's kind of like at some point you're just supply and demand. You know what I'm saying? The more demand there is, you just keep building that like audience for.
Yeah. Exactly.
And that's honestly just connections too, just being genuine.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
You know, like definitely like just being positive to your consumers or like even trying to interact with them. I feel like people really love engagement when it's like not just a brand that they're just supporting, but the brand actually supports them back. Or like engages with the public or just like I'm saying, access for their wants.
Yeah.
It's definitely a big thing. Like I love to see a company that really engages with their people, sees what they're looking for, kind of like gets an idea and pushes it out. Because it just shows like generosity or just like care.
Right. So I think that's something that we try to do too. Like with the brand is, I tell this to every single client that we work with. It's like, hey, when I'm making clothes for you, I don't treat it like I'm providing you a service.
Yeah.
I treat it like this is my personal brand. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and I think that resonates with a lot of people because they're seeing that, hey, this guy isn't just trying to make some money off of me.
Right.
Yeah,
Pocket money, insane.
Exactly. They're like, okay, like, they're actually trying to help me in some sort of way. So like I know you said that like you got to a point where you're kind of like taking on enough stuff. One thing that I've always kind of wondered about personal training, is there like, when you get a new client, do they work with you for a certain amount of time before they go out on their own, or like do they just kind of keep working with you?
So from what I've seen and like being in corporate and being on my own, is some trainers they try to drag the long haul. Obviously, as a business, your goal is to make sure your source of income is like consistent and reliable.
Yes.
So they try to play the long haul game with clients, where it's like most people and most corporates, they do like 3, 6, 1 year contracts.
Yep.
Where it's like they know that the stint or the period that this person's locked in for. So just in case they have to start looking for someone else or start promoting, they have time periods of when someone possibly might not re-enroll or possibly might. For me, I kind of teach or I preach, your goal is not to pay a trainer your whole life.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If some people, like I've said that, and some people are like, nah, I just want to train legitimate. And I'm like, there might be people like that really just want guidance or accountability. So I'm like, but I like to at least give you the opportunity to use me and learn as much as you want, to run with it, or even help your friends and family, or even like build your confidence. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to do more than just change a physique or push like health and wealth. I'm trying to really like build like self-confidence. I'm trying to really like give people like that drive to just be better on their own, to like push more, and just outside of fitness, just confidence overall, because fitness gives you confidence in every aspect of your life.
Exactly.
Because one thing working on yourself is it makes you feel confident in everything you attack in life. As far as like you build discipline in the gym, you start to apply that discipline in your business. You start to apply that discipline with little things like friends, families, like. So I feel like the gym really like is that mental space where it creates character. So I try to really get people to like break the mindset of like needing assistance or like feeling like they can't achieve it on their own, because that's what I always get. It's like, oh, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't want to look stupid. And I'm like, I understand that. Everyone has their start in the beginning. So it's like, let's not make you look stupid. So like when I train, I teach. Obviously, I'm not there to like take up your whole time talking. But I break down everything you do. Any question is free to ask. You know what I'm saying? I'm very like connected with my clients. They can call me whenever and just chop it up about things. You know what I'm saying? Because I like to really be genuine, and I like to really show that it's more than just a paycheck. It's more than just like training with me, locking in with me for a certain amount of period of time. And doing that, I seen that the lowest is 3 months I had a person stay with me without me even like forming a contract. And then the max is right now I have a client that's been with me for 2 years.
Okay, wow.
So it's like, and they're training on their own now, but they just love the generosity. They just love the, because like you said, I got to consistently keep up as well. I can't like stop growing mentally, especially because it's like at that point now they're gonna, instead of them like keep building confidence, they're just outgrowing you. So it's like I gotta keep my game up to the point where it's like the more I learn, the more you learn.
Exactly.
And that's where they kind of like my well never runs dry. I can keep pouring because I keep like exceeding my expectations, growing. You know what I'm saying, just like training myself and then training my mind and passing all that down. Like most trainers kind of like gatekeep. Like they just like point and go 3 sets of this and that. Why? Just do it and help you.
Just do it. Just do what I told you.
They don't tell you like what muscle
at all, like nothing. They just do this. It's
how
kind of like
to feel
controlling puppets.
Like
Because then those puppets never grow outside of that gym. Once they do step out, they're like clueless. So it's like one thing I'm proud to say is like I got clients pursuing personal training right now.
That's cool.
Because they learned so much and they loved how I taught them that they want to do it. So it's like
that's dope.
I love to know like there's no one out there that's training with me that has something bad to say. Even if they were there for 3 months. They're like, they gain what they got, and for whatever reason, whether it's financial, whether it's they don't need me. They utilize me to the best of their abilities. So it's all love. For sure.
Oh, that's cool.
That's huge.
I feel like for a personal trainer, you're kind of just setting them up to get into that flow. Because obviously,
like a jump start.
I go to the gym here and there, and it's kind of when you start going to the gym, it's really just finding that flow and kind of just sticking to it.
Right.
And then, just keep setting them up. And that's why, like a lot of I feel like a lot of people don't need trainers because kind of once you find that flow, like you're just going.
Yeah, for sure.
So
a lot of people like even trainers, like I tell people, trainers need trainers.
Yep.
yeah,
It's more so it falls down into the accountability. Holding yourself accountable as far as like making sure even if it's 30 minutes, that 30 minutes was like you went hard.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes we have the discipline, but we stop pushing the intensity, and it's like we plateau.
Yeah.
So like you might have showed up to the gym, and it's great, and don't get me wrong, but like if you're at a certain level of fitness, just moving weight ain't cutting it no more. You gotta be on top of your P's and Q's.
Yeah.
So like, you know what I'm saying? It's great that you're moving your body, burning calories, but if you start to plateau, you're really going nowhere.
Yeah.
Like your body.
And a big part of that
stays.
is like diet.
Exactly.
Yeah. And I'm sure you talk to people a lot about that. So
I struggle with it. I'm saying I overcame it. Everyone, like, we're all humans. We all have our days where we fall into that slump, start backtracking. But it's like I tell people all the time, it's about how fast you snap back, or about like how fast you kind of pick everything back up and just get it rolling again. Because like you said, once that flow kind of goes, I've seen a lot of people just tumble far, or like come back to me, and I'm like, damn, like what happened? You know what I'm saying? Like, you was on a mountain right now. You was going straight to the top, and it's like depression, bad breakup, whatever it may be, personal. But like it kind of intersected that flow, and they didn't even notice it until it got too late.
yeah.
So now they're knocking back at my doors, but that's why I'm always like open arms to spark that accountability back.
Yeah.
So I think it's more so like
Setting
you said,
them back up for that.
not really
that flow.
needing a trainer. It's more so like a lot of people just need accountability.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
That's really it. Like, so yeah.
That's crazy.
Where-
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh no. I was gonna say, where are you at for like capacity? Are you at max capacity? Like when you lose someone, you're taking more on, or do you try to leave some room?
There's like I'm saying, I'm blessed, honestly. I'm blessed to be able to like cap out around like 32, 30 clients. Like there's been 3 times I done posted like cap no more clients, and I'm like, this is crazy because this is a year in. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Like, I'm already capped out. So I'm like, when I say capped out, it's like I said, I wake up and know my schedule. My schedule.
15 hours a day.
My schedule's capped out.
Right.
So it's like, it's not more of like, oh, I just don't want to take no. It's like I physically,
you
literally
can't.
can't.
Yeah.
And if I do, now I'm pushing the point of like, is this about money or is this about like I gotta work out for my health? So I'm not sleeping if I keep doing it. So yeah, I've been blessed to cap out like 3 times. Pushing, I'm almost capped out again. So just like, I feel like when I lose a client, for some reason, like I kid you not, I get a text message from an old or a new client. And I'm like, damn, like I lose one person, get 2.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it's like, I'm like, yo, this is crazy because I see other trainers in there, like, not to put no one under the bus, but I see they're scratching the bottom of the barrel, or they're pushing promotion hard because they really need people. Because like those slow seasons, everyone has those. Every business has those slow seasons.
Yep.
So it's like, I know my first 2 years of the slow season, I panicked. I was like, man, this is full time, so this is my only source of income at the time.
Yep.
I was like, I gotta make something shake, or I gotta get back to that 9 to 5. So like, just being like patient and also building that like that bond with clients.
Yeah.
Kind of keeps at least
The
3
loyalty.
to 6
Yeah.
there, where it's like,
Yeah.
I could make ends meet as long as I play it safe in the slow season. And then I see some trainers kind of like pick up a part-time job. So I'm just grateful to like be at that point. So yeah, like 32, 30, I'll cap it at that.
Nice.
And just
That's
like
a lot.
there's-
Yeah, that is a lot.
there's been like right now I got like a wait list because like another thing is too time. A lot of people are like, oh, I get out of work at 4, so I can do anything after 5. And I'm like, I can't do that.
Yeah.
Everyone's already doing it.
Yeah, I'm saying like, oh, I can do anything from 6 to between 8. I can't do that. So it's like, I got a wait list, but that wait list is kind of like, no one's leaving. So it's like the spots I do want filled, it's like times when nobody kind of can do.
Yeah.
So to be capped out, I find that it's like, you really got motion, because it's like, if you got someone coming in at 2, 1, realistically, everyone got a regular job. Like, those are times that you don't really see unless you got like nurses doing overtime, night shifts, and then athletes coming home. taking up those random spots. So it's like when you see someone capped out, they got motion for sure.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy. So like going into it, how is there like other things that I know you said that you like spend most of your days in the gym. Is there like other things that you do that you like need to make time for, whether it be like, like church that you just came from, or like friends and family, stuff like that?
It's funny because I didn't even really say that, but before, believe it or not, before the gym, like I said, around COVID, how I had that kind of gap and I was pursuing fitness, I actually had a sneaker business.
Oh wow.
Oh,
Yeah, so I had a sneaker business. COVID, when stores shut down, everything went online.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I kid you not, my guys called me one day and they was like, yo, go on this Adidas app and buy this shoe. It's gonna go for mad money. And I was like, buy this shoe? I'm like, all right, whatever. I'm like, $400? You want me to spend $400 to like,
Yeah.
I'm like, how much am I? Not $350 actually, my fault. $350 Wave Runners.
Wave runners?
Yeah, they just restocked around 2020, random restock. And I'm like, $350? I'm like, bro, like, I'm looking at my wallet, I'm like, I only got like $350.
Yeah.
He's like, bro, buy it. I promise you, you're gonna make money. And I'm like, I don't know nothing about sneakers. I like shoes, but like selling wise. So
Yeah.
I bought it. You know what I'm saying? He was like, he sounded like confident. So I was like, all right, bro. But if I don't make this flip, you gonna give me a $350. You could do your thing with the shoe. So I bought it, and in just a matter of 3 days, sold it for $500.
Yeah. Wave runners were popping.
Bro,
in the
when I
minute.
held that $500 off of just because mind you, I don't got a job. I'm broke.
Yeah.
For real. So I was like, oh yeah. Like immediately I was like, oh yeah. I'm like, yo, tell me more about this now sneaker stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But this is why like I'm still trying to figure out fitness. So like I'm deep into sneakers now. Like I'm, you know what I'm saying, going store to, not store to store, I'm going like site to site, getting hit one here, one there.
Yeah.
And then my guys started talking about this thing called a bot, a sneaker bot.
Yeah. The reselling bot. Yeah,
I don't know nothing about computers. So I start studying it. I feel like one thing about me is like when I put my mind to something, I start to really get deep into it, like studying the craft of it. So I bought a sneaker bot, my first one. I started hitting more pairs than the guys doing it before me. I'm talking about boxes upon boxes getting shipped to my house. So I was like, it went from 1-2 pairs. I was touching 14 to 20 pairs of shoes. And that's because I scaled off of the 1 to 2 pairs here and there.
Yeah.
And I was not spending that like on nothing. I want everything's closed down. So
Yeah, you were just
like flipping the income. You know what I'm saying? So like I kid you not, I went from like that $350 and then I got a refund check from my school for $2,000.
Yeah.
So like $2,350, $40K worth of like revenue.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
In how
crazy.
long?
So I dropped in May on my birthday. I hit $40K in a year.
Yeah.
Wow.
In a
Off
year.
sneakers. That's insane.
Yeah, off sneakers. And now, like, I'm talking about, like, I'm just, like, new to the game. Like, people were doing this before me. So, like, I was like, dang, I'm looking at old shoes. Like, I wish I was in the game at that time. Looking at, like, Spider-Mans. Just, like, shoes that came out before I hopped in. And I'm like, wow, like, I could have made bread. But it's, like, not looking at the past.
Right.
So, my guys had a shop in Pawtucket. Shout out Ian Wireless and them boys over there. And we kind of collabed. So, I was selling shoes in the shop. Put it up on the wall. And that was like how like my sneaker business kind of went to that level of like now people can come in stores because at that time masks started coming into play.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying, people were a little bit more lenient. So yeah, I was straight sneakers, worked at Foot Locker, used Foot Locker, like used them. I was information, drops, everything. They never knew I was reselling. I was like quiet about it. So my sneaker page, Soul City 23, I never put my face on it.
Okay. Wow.
Never put my face on it. I was just moving shoes. No one knew. Like everyone that came to the shop knew who I was, but like no one like that was just buying online knew who I was. I never like put my face behind it.
Yeah.
So I was just off rip
That's crazy.
selling sneakers. Yeah. So sneakers was really how I sustained myself, and that's when LA Fitness like I was came to the Foot Locker. They seen me there and they was like, "What you doing here?" Cause they should see me train at LA, and they was like, "I was like, I work here. Like I got a jersey on. What you mean? What am I doing here?" Like they was like, "You're not a trainer." I was like, "Nah, I just work out at the gym." They was like, "Quit your job, come work for us," just like that.
Really?
Yeah, quit your job, come work for us. Like I was like, "Who?" because they didn't have nothing on like that said LA, just a regular like. I'm like, who is this person telling me to quit my job and go work for them? Work for who? Like, I didn't know.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm just looking at them like I looked at my manager. I'm like, she's hearing it. You know what I'm saying? They're like, I work at LA Fitness. I'm like, all right, like you should have
started with that.
led with that. Because my mind's running like, is this like $1 million person right here? Like, is this someone that sees potential? I'm like, I don't know who this is, or is this just a random person telling me to quit my job and train?
Yeah.
So when they sat down, I was like, oh, all right. I'm like, I wasn't like ecstatic about it. I was just like, all right, cool, that's opportunity. And I asked my manager to like pursue it. You know what I'm saying? You went to school for this. Like, so I'm like, now I can finally do something with school as far as like what I went to school for. So like I 8 months at LA Fitness, seeing the ins and outs, building packages, building programs, training different levels of fitness. That's when I learned how to train intermediate to like pro. You know what I'm saying? Just because of the company bringing in so many different clienteles.
Yeah.
And with that, I kind of just like seen the ins and outs, and I also seen like the bads, like selling dreams and like just lying to people about like goals. And I'm taking a backlash. You know what I'm saying? While this guy can be in like Hawaii right now with his feet kicked up, taking the income. So I was making like $500, $600 while on top of still like making money with sneakers. Now I just kind of had like a more steady job. And I had checked the system one day and I seen that I made them $4K in 1 week.
Wow.
Yeah, I made them $4K in 1 week. And I was like, wait. I'm over here excited about $500, $600. I'm making this company $4,000. So that was like a slap in the face to me.
Yeah.
So like started running with just like my own thing. And they were like already like on the fence about me, thinking I was about to steal clients. I was like trying to sneak clients on the side. So they were giving me like a lot of hassle, and it was like whatever it may be, pushing me into like entrepreneurship. And like I said, I had the sneakers, but I was kind of like with Foot Locker still.
Yeah.
So I was an entrepreneur, but I wasn't like, I had like a safety net. As far as like, it's a slow season, I still got Foot Locker.
Yep.
Yeah.
Now it was like, I'm fully by myself. If this goes bad, I might have to get another job.
Yeah.
So it made me kind of hungry, and that's when I just scaled fitness. So yeah, that was kind of like the gap between the basketball and fitness was sneaker, like the sneaker stage. So yeah.
Interesting.
So how long ago did you quit Foot Locker? A year ago.
How long did it take for me to quit?
When did you quit? How long ago?
So COVID, I started Foot Locker at 2021. Yeah, like stores slowly started opening up in mid 2021, and I quit in 2022.
Cool.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and then I worked at LA Fitness, and then quit them in 8 months. So yeah, whatever time period that is.
Yeah.
So like now, correct me if I'm wrong. You just like go to a certain gym and then you just like do it by yourself there.
Training currently?
Yeah.
Nah, I have a facility.
Okay.
Yeah. So at first, when I left LA Fitness, I was gym hopping. I was like gym to gym, whatever you can name it. Planet, UFit, Edge, LA Fitness. Got kicked out of every gym.
Wow.
Cause they don't tolerate like
Outside trainers, right?
Yeah, trainers outside of their brackets. Not like I say it's because they obviously don't want people seeing that and then going to you, but they say safety reasons. But I'm like, this dad's training his kid right now. This guy is training his cousin, his friend.
Yeah,
It's a money thing.
Yeah, like I'm like, they're
insurance
doing it
thing
right
too,
here,
but
right now. But
money
when
thing.
they see someone like specifically training and not someone that's just working out together,
Yeah.
they get frightened off of it. So they like UFit they offered me a job. Edge offered me a job. Planet offered me a job. Turned all three down because it's like I just left the corporate for this sole reason. I'm not trying to go back. I was set on that. So I was like, but now I'm also in the dilemma of like, where am I about to train these people at? Like, I have no gym. So I kind of ran into this private gym, and they was straight up like, pay rent, do whatever you want to do. Here's the keys. I was like,
That's dope.
I was like, say that.
That's good.
Let's do it. Like I'm saying, let's do it. I didn't look back. I didn't hesitate. I just ran with it.
Yeah.
And now it's like 2 years in. You know what I'm saying? 2 years in,
Damn.
just full-time training.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's sweet, man.
That's huge. Yeah, I never knew that because like whenever I looked at like personal training, I feel like most of these gyms have a personal trainer.
You're good.
So like they don't let other people just come in and train. Like Alex faced that with photography.
Photography's crazy. They won't even let you walk in some restaurants with like a camera.
Yeah.
They just immediately
The gym we work with now, which is funny, we just started a whole clothing line with them. I went to go there a little while ago, and they wouldn't let me in with a camera because they have their own, like their photographer. So
I honestly, till this day, I don't understand it because it's like I'm not like taking content from your guys.
Yeah, exactly.
Still able to shoot
it's just
content.
adding on.
If anything, you can take clips
too.
or even use it, monitor. You can promote it.
Yeah. It's also
I
like
don't understand it.
It's also like you're still paying the membership fee to go to that gym, right? So it's like, well, what's the problem if I'm paying you to come here? Why do you care what I do
Right.
with other people?
And especially if the person that's training also pays you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But like I said, it's a fair thing of like their ex-clients or current new members see and they're curious and they start to talk to you instead of talking to their staff.
Yeah.
Now you're sourcing off of their well, you know what I'm saying? You're taking their potential clients or ex-clients and they don't take kindly to that.
Right.
But I'm just like, how much is this gym paying you to really be such a like jerk about it? Like, I would understand if I got like a strike one, like I seen you talking to this person. Strike two is like I seen you training our old client. Strike three is like get out of our gym. But like, they're just straight up like, no.
Yeah.
And I'm like, but this is my own people. Like I would never go beyond the company, you know what I'm saying? And if I didn't know this was your person, I'll respect your boundaries.
Yeah.
I want to train here.
Right.
Yeah.
But they didn't even give me the benefit of the doubt. They just said,
That's
nah.
crazy.
Yeah, no, they don't care.
Yeah, corporate, they don't like, one thing I learned is once you stop benefiting corporate, they'll throw you out so fast.
Yeah.
You
so
might
quickly.
think like you're in the best job where you have so much love, you build a big connection. Once you stop hitting quota, once you stop benefiting them, I promise you the next guy's probably already like getting ready to take your spot.
Training. Yeah.
It's such a like corrupt thing.
Yeah. Quick question I had is like, I know you said that you're at like your capacity, you're at your max. Like, do you really think you're gonna kind of just stay at this, or do you have like some sort of plan or way that you want to start scaling it?
Oh yeah, for sure. I'm currently, I'm not gonna talk too much on it, but I'm currently getting ready to prep in April.
Yep.
Specifically for a way to monetize globally.
Okay.
Cool.
So this prep is gonna just help give me the image. You know what I'm saying? With online, everything's image.
Yep.
Everything's like what you present and what they pay for is what they see.
Yeah.
So the goal is definitely to get this look that I need or this look that I believe I can achieve and obviously keep growing. But once I achieve that, it's just straight monetizing, promoting, pushing like that global scale. And that's going to open up my time because now I don't have to be so on top of in person.
Yep.
And I can kind of like either one, up my rates, but I'm not trying to be that guy. Two, just don't take that many people no more. You know what I'm saying? Just be like that. Cause I like whoever is like still consistent, but I think I might go more towards the route of just decreasing people than trying to like tax everybody.
Yeah, exactly.
Just cause I don't want my name to really like, I feel like I built a good like name in the community as far as like I done trained almost like everyone and that I grew up with and I knew in my city that I've been in and out so many times. So I built a good relationship with people and I have a good amount of like feedback. So I don't want to just come out the gate like, it's $800 now. Like, it's just what? Like, now he's money hungry now.
Yeah, you want it to
he's
be
switching
reasonable.
up now. He's different. He's acting new. I don't want that to be going around.
Yeah, because that like premium branding isn't always a good thing.
Yeah.
Like, especially in what you're doing. If you have a lot of people you like working with and you like doing it, find a way to expand to more people rather than go up. Because if it's gonna change the relationship.
Their perspective on you, like even I'm pretty sure even clothing, like you guys might deal with some backlash when like certain items go up. I'm pretty sure, you know what I'm saying? But like at the same time, people gotta understand like the quality and like what we give is what you're paying for.
Exactly.
So it's not always like hard feelings, but I'm pretty sure y'all deal with it a lot more than I would. As far as like if I was to up my rates a little bit here and y'all shirts go up, and they're like, oh nah, they're taxing or they think they, you know what I'm saying? They might
But we're the same way. We'd rather go out than up because it's better. It's like more community mindset.
For sure.
Yeah. But I think it's like also difficult with us is like sometimes we're providing a service where it's like, okay, we're doing this for you, but like they think that they're gonna get the same price as like somebody who we had to invest like 2 hours into it, right? So
Yeah.
it's like, you know, obviously, yeah, like we're doing something for you and like we don't mind doing it for you,
Yeah.
but you have to understand it's gonna be more expensive. It's not gonna be the same as that project because that project only took 20 minutes to an hour. You know,
Right,
this one's
right,
taking
right,
like 6 hours.
Right. They don't see the time behind it.
Exactly.
They definitely don't see the time beyond. That's what I'm saying. Like you're paying for like one, the time, the blood, sweat, and tears I put into this. Two, the quality.
What's up?
The quality that they put in. So
Yeah.
yeah, I'm pretty sure like there's a lot of reasons behind any type of price raise or increase. And another thing is just like your value, your worth went up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
you
exactly.
also got to respect your
Exactly.
worth.
Yeah.
Right.
So that's really what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like the more experience you get, you know, that's
Right.
that's
Like,
where you get that
exactly.
value from, and that's how it keeps going
That's
up.
exactly
you know?
what it is.
Yeah.
So even for trainers, like I tell trainers all the time, you might have to start off with like $10, $15. You might have to do a free session here and there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But the more your like resume and your like your knowledge grows, so does your rates if you want.
Yep.
If you
Yeah.
really, you know what I'm saying, if you have that audience that can afford it, or even if you market to the people that can pay that, go for it. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying?
Yeah.
But if you're in a community where it's like super low income, you gotta be realistic too and like
Yeah.
100%.
reasonable. But you know what I'm saying? I tell people all the time, you value your worth. If you feel like you're worth that, I'll never tell you not to
Right.
push it. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? If
absolutely.
you truly feel like it, but don't ever push a number because other people are pushing the number.
Right.
That's true.
That trainer might be charging
Yeah.
$70 per session. That trainer also was training for 10 years.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Don't do that.
100%.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
Don't do that. So yeah, that's really how I kind of like my mindset is with that.
That's a good way to go
Yeah,
about
that's
it.
dope.
It's a really
Yeah.
good mindset to have. Yeah.
And you were talking about the trainer's trainer sort of thing too. How much time are you spending like kind of educating yourself to keep learning?
That I feel like I'm always working because I feel like even when I leave, like you just said, I'm still trying to learn something.
Yep.
So like I'll get home sometimes and I'll start studying just like different styles of training, like
Yep.
whether it's hypertrophy, different ways to engage a muscle, different ways to contract, whether it's like watching pro trainers,
Right.
watching like ex bodybuilders or like power, just studying the field or watching the sport and hearing like people that have like been vets in the industry
Yeah.
speak about like that side of fitness, the I'm saying the ins and outs,
Yeah.
and not just what you see.
Right.
That's kind of like what I study. I study like a lot of the ex-athletes, current athletes, the trainers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like if you're trying to be a videographer, you don't watch a content creator.
Right.
Right.
You
Yeah.
gotta watch who's shooting the content. So
Right.
like,
Yeah.
I'm not trying to watch the athletes. I'm trying to watch who's teaching the athletes.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I kind of go
Interesting.
back into that.
Yeah.
Anyone in particular, or is it just a whole bunch?
It's definitely deep. One of my favorite currently is a group called Mind Pump.
Okay.
They're very, very educated. Very, very educated. And obviously, like as far as like pro level for like bodybuilding, I watch like the coach of C-Bump. You know what I'm saying? Like I watch his trainer, because like I said, the trainers, they talk about the ins and outs. The athletes just show the strength and
Sure.
the progression.
Right.
But the trainers, like I go to their channel instead.
Yep.
Yeah.
And they're speaking, like talking about eccentrics, negatives.
Yep.
And I'm like, I'm just absorbing all that. And then obviously taking it to the level of like studying these things,
Yeah.
learning what they are, and not just like what I'm hearing. I don't want to just hear something and go be like, oh yeah, so we're gonna do a 3-second negative. What's that? I heard it from C-Bump's coach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, you wanna know what it
just
is.
do
You
it.
gotta know what
Yeah,
to
like
do.
I gotta know. I gotta still like break it down. So like
Yeah.
after I do learn something new, I still study the context of it
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
like the science of it. So like fitness is really science. But like
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
it's
100%.
strictly science.
100%.
100%.
So people just understand that like the human
Yeah.
body is so vast, but it all comes down to just science as far as like how you can really target certain areas of your body.
Right.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
I think that's a lot of the problem with people today is like they just hear something and they're
Yeah,
just
and they immediately try
Yeah.
to preach it.
like, yeah, they're like,
Yeah.
oh
Right.
yeah, like do this, and I'm just like, what is that? They're just like, I saw C-Bum did it, and I'm just like, bro,
hate,
like,
they hate the what I don't like, not to be a jerk, I don't ask trainers before, like just out of like some that don't even know me from a hole in the wall. I'll be like, oh, like what is this or why you do it, just to see a response. And I'm like, I'm talking about this is like 5-6 years running. couldn't give me a basic analogy or
Yeah,
breakdown.
you can tell in
I'm
5
baffled.
seconds.
I'm just like you don't know nothing about what
Yeah.
you're talking about, huh?
Yeah.
And then like some strong guys, like people feel like because they're strong, they can be trainers now. Like everyone wants to be a trainer now. Like no one's even going through like the studies. They just like,
Yep.
oh, I could bench 315, so like I could train someone.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it's great. You're genetically blessed and you're able to move weight, but can that person do that? Can that
Yeah.
person excel with the same genes?
Yeah.
You gotta know how to teach that level. You know what I'm saying? So like,
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's not like everybody wants that.
it's,
too.
you
Right.
gotta know how to. It's saying so like I see a lot of trainers that are just strong, don't know nothing about what they're talking about. They just teach what they learned or what they heard. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? They just pass
Yeah.
that down. But as far as like a scientific breakdown, nothing.
Yeah.
Like literally nothing. There are some good ones out here though, that you know what I'm saying can sit down and really chop it up with you.
Yeah.
So
For sure.
It's the good and the bad part of the internet too. It's just like you can learn anything.
yeah,
But-
and it's like especially IG, like Google. It's like Google.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I feel like you go on IG, you can take 1,000 workouts and
Yeah.
just apply it.
Apply it.
But it's like, all right, let's critique your form, let's critique your posture, let's critique your tempo. Then people are like,
What is that?
yeah, this is like,
How do you do that?
yeah, it's like, you know what I'm saying? Oh, I did this girl's workout. A lot of people beginner level people, like they think that eating the same and doing the same exact workouts will make you look
Like them.
like
yeah.
that person.
No.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, genetically speaking, and then when I say that, they're like, oh, here we go with this science stuff. I'm like,
Genetically
all
speaking,
right.
that's impossible.
So no one's trying to hear that side.
Yeah.
They're just like, I just want to look like her.
Yeah.
Like, what do I gotta do? And I'm like, I can't physically morph your body into hers.
Yeah,
Like,
right.
nothing can really do that. Like, your muscle bellies, muscle bellies. Sometimes I kind of dial it down. Not to say dummify it, but I just tell people like, you don't have the same genes as them. And they're like, yeah, I know, but can I look somewhere like that? And I'm like, we can see what you look like. We can push that direction and see what you look like.
Yep.
Yeah.
1,000%.
Yeah.
But I would never promise you you're gonna look like that.
Yeah.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like physically speaking.
Yeah.
So yeah, just kind of knowing exactly like once they ask me why, I can definitely pull out that book.
Yes.
But some trainers, I had trainers in my own gym, like not to really like say that, ask me questions that their clients ask them,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and I'm just like, this don't look good.
Yeah, right, yeah.
Like I would have, if me speaking, I would have went to you like outside of the gym or like hit you up.
Yeah.
Just because it's more professional. Like, I would
Yeah.
never ask another trainer to critique my client. Because my client, if anything, if they're paying attention and they're not half dead, they're going to look at me like,
Why am I paying you?
why? Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? Why am I paying you this money if
Yeah.
this guy's telling you the answers?
Yeah.
So I just like be mindful. Like, this is
Yeah.
why knowledge is important. And
Exactly.
I push that on all my guys. It's like, yo, like, study to show yourself approved.
Yep.
Like,
Yeah.
don't ever think strength is all that you need in this industry, because some people don't look the part, but can coach like a great athlete into being
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
even better. You know what I'm saying? But they don't look the part. They just have the brains, and they just don't have the genetics. Like I said, I wasn't gifted with the height, with the speed, with the all that for basketball. But my brain and my will to learn, I can give it to that person.
Exactly.
That don't have the time because they're so gifted and they're always here and there. They're focused on just hooping. I can pass down that knowledge and they can utilize it because they have what I was lacking.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So like, you kind of have to stay in your lane and at the same time set milestones. I love a dream, but I love milestones on the way to that dream.
Yep.
I never just shoot for the stars. I kind of
Yep.
shoot for like pegs on the way to the star.
Yeah.
Right.
Checking off these boxes, making sure that to get there, I'm gaining everything I need. Like, I'm prepared to, like, because if you want to be in the NBA, what if like the opportunity presents itself and I put you straight in the NBA game, you would not perform.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone wants to be at the level, but they're not ready to be there.
Right. No.
So many steps. That's why it's like I like these milestones, because those milestones prepare you for that dream.
For that.
Yeah.
But you have to go through the phases.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's like you want a handout, but it's like, I promise you, once you get that handout,
You're
go
gonna
right
lose
back
it.
down.
Yep.
Yep. Exactly.
Yep.
One, you don't know the value of it because you ain't put in the work. 2, you never prepared yourself in all the levels you needed to. You just kind of assumed you were ready.
Right.
But you really wasn't. Not for that level.
Right.
Depending on how big your dream is. And if you're cutting your dream short, then you really not dreaming big enough.
You're not dreaming big enough.
Yeah. So yeah.
That's crazy. I think that's a good place to.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the way we end our episodes is one thing that we're blessed with, and then one thing we're envisioning for the future. So I'll start with Alex.
I went last.
Yeah, I'll go first.
Eric yelled at me last time.
Blessed with Easter Sunday. We'll say the family. Blessed with the family. Envisioning. I don't know. I guess I'm just like always envisioning growth.
Yeah.
For me, for everyone around me.
Trying to elevate. I feel that.
Yeah.
Working with a lot of new people, and it's gonna be cool seeing that growth.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Thinking about the weather. It's a beautiful day today. Blessed with the seasons. Finally, hopefully, maybe spring. Hopefully. Envisioning getting outside some more, getting out of the winter, and starting to get into that summer flow.
Yeah. Blessed with just everything: health, wealth, family, good people around me. Obviously, like the brand is something that started as a dream, but now we're just kind of doing it and just adding more things to it. So I'm just blessed that we have the opportunity and just meeting the right people along the way. Envisioning, definitely like Alex said, warmer weather, being outside, meeting people. I hate the cold, so like in the winters I'm just inside. Don't leave.
For sure.
But yeah, just getting outside, meeting people, doing cool things upcoming summer.
Honestly, blessed to wake up, you know what I'm saying? Because one thing is like I'm big on putting God first, and waking up is a blessing alone. Because you're able to do what you're doing right now. You're able to meet new people, pursue a new goal. So I'm just blessed to like, for the breath in my lungs, just to wake up and achieve something or go after something.
Absolutely.
Envisioning, for real, just like global scaling, marketing globally, connections, like being more social with just like forming connections, like things like this, you know what I'm saying? Like, it goes such a long way because like we can double take in a couple of years and it'll be a whole different topic, whole different like where we're at now. Spots, it's a so different place, a whole different place. So just like definitely more like networking for sure. I feel like I'm really like I be in my own bubble, so I gotta definitely like I just be so locked in. I gotta get more out of my comfort zone with like meeting new business owners. So for sure, like networking and collaborating.
Awesome.
Envisioning that.
Yeah. That's what we got. You want to shout out your Instagram?
So it's ironperformance_KT. That's on all socials. Yeah.
We'll drop it down below too.
Drop it down below. So appreciate you guys tuning in. Like, subscribe, comment. Go on blessedvision.com. Buy some. Thanks, guys. Peace.
Yeah, no doubt.